Good evening, and tonight for our self-care tactic, we're going to make a simple hot chocolate. The hot chocolate I'll be making is not the old-fashioned cocoa style. It's a simple little pour-in package, but I am going to take the process and boil some hot water. I've got about a cup and a half worth in the kettle, and we're going to take the time and see what a cup of hot chocolate will do for us. So I'm going to put my timer on for 5 minutes, and this whole process will take about that. Hot chocolate, well, what can we talk about with that? Chocolate has so many wonderful benefits when it comes to enhancing our mood. It contains a lot of serotonin, or it contains a lot of things that help boost serotonin. There's also a lot of antioxidants that are in hot chocolate and chocolate in general. And when we make it in the boiled cup format, it actually helps draw out even more of the antioxidants. So when you decide to have chocolate in the liquid hot format, you're actually increasing the benefit of that cup, of having that chocolate. So it's a really beneficial way of consuming it. Another really awesome benefit of having a hot drink at nighttime is the steam from the beverage that you're drinking will help open any passages, nasal passages or sinuses that you have in your face. The steam and the warmth of all that as you're consuming it, again, will kind of open things up. And previously we were talking about how sometimes when those are clogged, they can increase headaches and give you some pain. And with the steam and the heat and releasing some of that, it'll help recirculate, increase your circulation within the cells in your face. So having that steamy cup will really help your overall circulation and well-being. Another thing that's really awesome about chocolate, I'm sure you've heard studies and reports about how it's really good for boosting memory. There's other things that say it's really good for cardiovascular disease or your blood pressure. All these things chocolate is said to do boosts and give you good things for. Now my kettle has boiled, so tonight we're having MAC hot chocolate. We're gonna open this up and pour it in. Another thing I wanted to mention about the benefit of hot chocolate is that it has slipped me. We're talking about how it's boosting memory. Well, this one has just eluded me. Oh, it's something that helps reduce your stress levels. So we mentioned the serotonin. We mentioned the fact that that is a happy drug in a previous video. It's something your body produces to help boost you, to give you that little bit of a natural high. So serotonin in your system will give you that happiness, and this whole process is very simple. So here I am stirring my hot water into this cup, mixing the powder. Some people like to take time and look at the bubbles or the images that are formed as stirring happens. But this can also be a very relaxing, calming thing. If you give yourself time to look and meditate on what's being created with your imagery here, you can take that a whole step further. The other thing I want to mention is when you are enjoying your cup of hot chocolate, you can sit there and hold it in your hands and really feel the warmth of it. So I just poured it and it's quite warm. I might not be able to handle the heat of it, but I like having cups of hot chocolate with mugs like this, so I can really cradle it and really feel the warmth of it against my skin as I'm drinking it. Now, this cup is, as I said, quite warm, but it's nice and flavorful. So we have a beautiful, tasty beverage and something that's already starting to warm me with that little tiny sip. I can feel the warmth of it. And that's something else I really enjoy, is feeling that warmth of something on the inside as I'm consuming it. You know, getting that kind of hug from the in as I'm also enjoying it on the outside. Finally, the last thing I wanted to mention regarding why hot chocolate is a nice self-care benefit. Now that it's prepared and it's done, and we still have 30 seconds left of our 5-minute time, I can sit here. I can take this moment and I can breathe, or I can go sit down and I can color, or I can be thankful and filled with gratitude about the wonderful things I have in my life. I can take a moment with this cup and enjoy. I could sit down, I could stand up, and just make this for me. This is my little sacred time, and as this cup is in my hand and I am enjoying it and appreciating it, I'm warming myself within my mental state as well as my physical state, my emotional state, and in my spiritual state. So a simple cup of hot chocolate can go a long way, and I hope that you get a chance to enjoy one tonight. Thank you for joining me.